quit caffeine for 2 weeks. Now, before you start like coming at me with pitchforks, let me just explain. Caffeine is somewhat of a drug, so it gives you a certain high of focus and energy, and then it dips you. That's why you feel that afternoon dip. It's not your afternoon nap, it's not like a genetic nap that you need to take. It's by caffeine. If you quit caffeine for just about a week, you'll already see the benefits. The thing is, the first time you drink caffeine, let's just say you haven't drank caffeine in your life. The first time you drink caffeine, it'll give you a high of energy that will pass on, it'll give you a lot of energy. You can go work out, you can go study, you can do whatever you want. After that, after like 2 or 3 days of drinking caffeine over and over again, you kind of don't get the energy boost again. You might think you do. You might think like, oh yeah, I can't work until I get some more caffeine in my system. You heard that meme, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna work until I get my caffeine. The reason why is because it's kind of like this. Okay, imagine 0 is your base like energy levels. You drink caffeine and it goes to 1. So 1, like to the power of 1 or 1, 2, whatever. It increases how much energy you have. So from base 0 of energy, you go from 1, right? When you drink caffeine over and over again, maybe it'll go to 2, 2.5, but then after that, it doesn't really go anywhere. You can't get more energy. What happens is you actually dip. So you go below your 0. So let's say for the first 2 days you drink caffeine. After those 2 days, you go to -1 and -2. That's why you feel like shit. That's why in the mornings after you drink caffeine, let's just say you've been drinking caffeine all your life. That's why in the mornings you feel like shit. That's why in the morning you're like, oh no, I'm not gonna work until I get my caffeine. You might not say it consciously, but your body is like, it feels like that. It feels like you just can't work, you can't focus, you can't study unless you get your coffee. Because you're at -1, you're at below energy. If you were at 0, you would automatically still have energy, you would just get more energy from caffeine. But now you're at -1, you started below where you were. And then when you drink caffeine, it goes to 0. 0 is your base, 0 is your normal body's energy. But now you need caffeine to get there. You created a dependency. It's a drug. You might think I'm crazy for saying it, but caffeine is a drug, you know this, but you treat it like a drug too. Just because it increases your energy doesn't mean it's necessarily good for you. I'm not saying you should quit caffeine entirely. What I am saying is try to like not use it for a week and just see what happens. I'm free of caffeine. I haven't drank a single bit of caffeine in the last like 1.5 weeks, yeah, like about over a week now. And I'm seeing drastic changes. My energy levels are through the roof. I don't get a dip of energy in the afternoon. So I wake up around 7 and usually I would get a dip of energy around 1 to 2 p.m. where I just don't feel like doing anything purely because I drank caffeine in the morning. But now, I don't get that dip anymore. I can automatically just start working over and over again. My creativity is off the roof. I don't know if I'm too far away. Yeah. My creativity is off the roof. Like I can think of so many video ideas. For some reason, it might just be placebo, but I can think of a lot more video ideas. I can think about a lot more business ideas. I can make more posts online. Just my creativity went up. My dreams, this is the specific thing that I want to talk about. My dreams are super vivid. Never in my life, and see, I'm Indian. My mom always makes tea. So every day since I was 3.5 years old, I lived in Abu Dhabi. This is where I live. I always drank tea. Every single day, for 2 to 3 cups of tea every single day. Even though tea does not have that much caffeine, it's still caffeine. I've never experienced a more vivid set of dreams in my life until now. I saw a post online in this private community where this guy quit caffeine, and it's like a private community I haven't paid to join in. This guy quit caffeine, and automatically, like for a while, he had like withdrawal symptoms of headaches and stuff. But then after that, his dreams got super vivid. I thought he was bullshitting, so I tried it. My dreams are super vivid. Every night I'm going to sleep, I'm excited because I know I'm gonna fall asleep. By the way, you can fall asleep within an instant. That's the cool part about it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna edit this video. It might not be a professional looking video, but you fall asleep literally instantly. If you're not able to fall asleep, if you're having trouble falling asleep, it's probably because you still have caffeine in your system. Caffeine stays in your system for about 12 hours after you drink it. So if you drink it at like 1 p.m., it's gonna stay till 1 a.m. That's why you can't fall asleep. And even if you do fall asleep, the sleep is not like high quality. But I want to talk about the dreams. The dreams are so like vivid. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it has a huge storyline. Every dream has a storyline. I get dreams every night. I get multiple dreams a night. I sleep like a baby. I track my sleep on an app. My sleep has never been ever better. It's always above 90% quality. I fall asleep instantly. I wake up instantly. I have no problems with sleep, and sleep is like somewhat of a number one priority for me. So this is really good for me. What else? Yeah, you don't feel an energy dip. I said this before, but you genuinely don't feel an energy dip purely because when you drink caffeine, there's still some sleepiness in your body. So think about it like this. You wake up and you still have some sleepiness. To get rid of the sleepiness, you drink coffee. But what happens is it doesn't really get rid of the sleepiness. The sleepiness is still there. Your brain just can't recognize it. So in a scientific term, there's a thing called adenosine. Adenosine is kind of like your sleepy hormone. When you're sleepy, that means your adenosine is high. Everyone gets adenosine. The longer you're awake, the more adenosine is in your system. That's why the longer you're awake, the more sleepy you get. What happens is when you drink caffeine, it kind of like puts a blindfold on your brain where it can't see the adenosine. That's what I think. So like this is an analogy I use. Essentially, adenosine is there. Adenosine is in front of the brain, but your brain is just having a blindfold on, so it can't really see it. So it won't tell your entire body, oh yeah, it's time to go to sleep. This is why you don't feel sleepy and you feel actually super energized when you're drinking caffeine, because it's kind of like an antagonist to adenosine. The point is, you still have the sleepiness in your body and you're not getting rid of it, which means after your caffeine wears out, a few hours after you drink it, you get that energy dip. You get that like 3 hour, 4 hour like energy dip. You have to take a nap. You have to do all this. A lot of people think it's genetic. A lot of people think, oh yeah, oh it's my afternoon nap. Like bro, it's not. It's simply because you just drink caffeine too early. You can fix this by either quitting caffeine or drinking it at least 1 to 2 hours after. These are the sad truths. If you're like addicted to caffeine and you're like, what? 1 to 2 hours? No, it's like you're addicted. You know you're addicted. Don't act like you're not addicted. Some people might be like, oh yeah, but I'm not addicted. I can control the caffeine. You are addicted. You are addicted because when I told you, or you read the title of quit caffeine, you got annoyed. You got agitated. You got somewhat like scared purely because you're addicted. If you weren't addicted, you would be like, oh yeah, let's see what this guy's up to. So just admit it. Like, I don't gain anything by finding out that you're addicted. Like, just admit it that you're addicted. You can withdraw from it. I was also addicted. What I did was, I just started drinking a lot of water. There's no water in this, but just drink a lot of water. You're gonna have a lot of withdrawal symptoms. So, withdrawal symptoms, if you don't know what that means, is when you take away something from your life, you have withdrawal symptoms, as in like you get like symptoms of headaches, bad symptoms essentially. So imagine when you break up with somebody, you have withdrawal symptoms from that person of like depression, loneliness. You feel like, oh, you're not worthy of love and all that shit. That's what withdrawal symptom of breaking up. When you take away caffeine, the withdrawal symptoms are like headaches. You're gonna have super low energy purely because your body's used to getting the caffeine. So when you don't, you get these withdrawal symptoms. It's exactly like a drug. Like imagine you took away like cocaine from somebody or weed. They're gonna feel like agitated when they can't get their weed or cocaine, right? That's exactly what you act like when someone takes away your caffeine. So just admit it that you're addicted. So maybe try just not having caffeine for like a week and just see what happens. You're gonna I love caffeine, but I love the taste of black coffee with no sugar. Like if I like a black coffee with no sugar, you know I'm like a coffee guy. But just try it. A week without caffeine is not gonna hurt. Just don't drink tea, don't drink caffeine. See what happens. And if you like the feeling, like I like this feeling of just like energy 24/7, I can fall asleep immediately. And it's not like I'm sleepy throughout the day. If I get good sleep, I just get good sleep. Like I don't feel sleepy throughout the day. I feel energized throughout the day, and then I feel sleepy in the night. If you don't like this feeling, you can drink caffeine every once in a while. But what you can do if you're planning to not drink caffeine like me is when you're out with people, when you're in a social setting, or if you're going on vacation or holiday, like I am, I'm going to India for like 2 weeks. If you're there, then yeah, drink caffeine, no problem. Like if you're in a cafe with your friends and they're all getting like Starbucks or whatever, Tim Hortons, go get the coffee. Like don't be a bullshit. Oh, I don't drink coffee. Like just buy the fucking coffee, bro. Just If it's a social setting, if it's a holiday, you can go get it. Purely because then it adds to the social setting. On your normal everyday life, you probably don't need it. If your days are like 24/7, the same, the same, you genuinely don't need to eat junk food. You don't need to drink caffeine or anything. Because these days are the exact same. If you're out with people, then yeah, go eat some junk food. Go have a chocolate bar, go have a cake, go have coffee. That's like the idea that I have. So like work hard, play hard, because then it adds on to both lives. When you're working and you're productive, stay productive, don't add extra shit in here. When you're playing, don't add extra shit in playing, just play hard, like play as hard as possible, and then come back and then work hard. That's my deal. I'm going to India. This video will be posted probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks after I record this, purely because I probably can't record any videos in India. If I could, I'll try. The thing is, like, I don't know if any of you are watching till this far, but essentially, I side topic, like I can't really focus when I'm somewhere else that's not my house. Like if I'm in India, I just can't. Like I have a lot of free time there, right? But I just can't focus. It's just something like I just like the environment isn't right. My sleep also gets worse. I sleep in, I sleep late, I watch random videos, I eat junk food, I eat sugar. And like obviously I said like, oh yeah, if you're on vacation, eat sugar, but like I overdo it. So it's a problem that I have, but I'll try to fix it. If you're seeing this video anywhere that's not November 21st or November 22nd, it's probably uploaded way after. So have a good day. Bye bye.